Hey everyone, so today I am going to do kind of like a recap or a video that I've probably done before in the past, but I figured the more we see it, the more we practice it, the better we'll get at it. So this is what I do when my paper size, my sublimation paper size, nor my printer is big enough to print the image that I want in one sheet. So what I do is I go over to my left side to my drawing tools and I select the rectangle shape. I'm going to draw out just a rectangle. Now the sheet that I will be using is 11 by 17. So I'm going to go ahead and make it that size. So I go to transform, which I was already in, and then I hit size, and I'm going to make the width 11, height 17, and hit apply. Right, so we're going to use this as our guide, and actually we're also going to keep this selected, and we're going to do an internal offset, and you'll see why in just a moment. So we go over here to our offset panel, do internal offset, and now that space right there is going to be accounted for like when you print out your sheets. It's not unless you have what is it, print the full sheet on. It's going to have this white space if you don't have print all the way to the edge. So that's why we do an internal offset, so we can make sure we have enough room on our project. So we're going to just put this 11 by 17 to the side right here, down here at the bottom. All right, now let's just place this here. I normally leave a little room at the top and on the sides. So we're going to select this new sheet, and we're going to hit object, replicate to the right, and then we're going to hold down shift and our left arrow key. What that does is it overlaps, and we want it to overlap because, let me zoom in. The reason we want it to overlap is because now this sheet is going to print this area, as well as this first sheet is going to print this area. So you want to overlap both sheets to that way they can line up, and that's to prevent those white lines that we normally get if we was to just have it like side by side. We can have that extra ink in the middle. So let me undo it. Okay. Now we're going to repeat the process. So we have this selected, the middle one, and we're going to hit object, replicate to the right. Hit shift and your left arrow key at the same time. And now they're all overlap. Now we have 3 sheets. This is going to be the number of times you will have to duplicate this entire image. So your sheets depend on how many paper you will have to print on and how many times you'll have to duplicate this. So we have all of it selected. You just click and drag and highlight everything. Go to object, replicate, and column of 3. So now we have 3. Right? So now what we're going to do is select the first paper and your image. We're going to go to modify and crop. That cropped our first image. We don't need these 2 anymore, so we're going to delete those. The second one, we're going to select the middle rectangle and your image, leaving these 2 rectangles not selected. So just the middle rectangle and your image, and hit crop. Now we have this, and I'm going to zoom in and show you what I was talking about in the beginning. You see how it has some of that O right here, and it has part of that N. When you overlap it, this is going to overlap way over here to line it up. So now everything looks good, and you now have that extra ink underneath to prevent that white space, that white line in the middle of your image. Okay. All right. Zoom out so we can finish up. And we no longer need these. Delete. I select the last rectangle and my image, and I hit crop, and we're done with that. So we have, oh, not done. We have to delete that. I don't like to have extra stuff on my computer that I don't need. It's just clutter. All right, so now we have 3 sheets of paper that we will print on. And that will fit definitely on our 11 by 17 sheet of paper. The only paper that I use is Craft and Besties paper, which that's the only one that I've found that I like the best. I tried others, but it doesn't compare to the vibrancy of Craft and Besties paper. So I'm going to select all of this image and I'm going to hit Object and Mirror. That is very important when you're sublimating. Most substrates you would need to mirror your image. There's been a couple of times where I've forgotten to, so I've messed up plenty of projects forgetting to mirror my image. But yes, that's how I do it when I don't have a large enough printer or sheets of paper. So if you have any questions, just send me a message. Put your messages below in the comments, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, have a good day. Bye.